Jesse for how long the team.
Is that ring bell?
Yeah.
Remember you changed it?
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're talking, but I did because.
Yeah.
I,
Good.
she's in St. Louis, but they have. And they are moving, so if you go to the website, it's the same, you'll see.
Yeah.
But they're, she's, I guess, she said Jack was ready.
Yeah.
And she wants to make.
Oh, good.
So I was like, perfect.
Good deal.
So,
Oh, yeah.
she.
Yeah.
A while, tarp and sprays. Working.
Got a lot of experience.
Yeah, she loved windows, that's what she.
Forget that, and yeah, that is a great resource to have out.
Yeah, just FYI, I can forward you her
Okay.
contact.
Another snow day. I think they're gonna keep school closed the whole week. Gotta go back, right, it'll say, get to go, how are you doing? Good, Mark, how are you doing?
Right now,
Yeah, I think
down your way.
Like to get the snow.
Exciting.
Well, apparently some people so.
Who's retired or
That's.
quit or new hires?
I mean, it's, you know, later, at some point, you have to figure out how to deal with.
You always get
loads
to
of power
that
outages.
road.
I don't think there's anybody that's, you can't hire, stay closed all winter, people gotta get out to work and kids need stuff to do. Can't think of anybody.
Darius left, right?
Yeah, Darius left, and Audie Fuller sleeps.
Yeah, I heard he's going the same place. Is that what you heard?
I have not actually heard that, but,
It's like, she and I, so you should.
if I, draw, like, certainly, hey, if everybody's going this way, it must be the right place. Either that or there's.
I might have got that wrong, but I think I heard something.
I hadn't actually heard.
Don't
that.
spread it around, because I might not be right.
But you got a 90% chance of being right.
All you gotta do is just spit that one out. You're probably gonna be, aren't you? Hey, Tom.
Why are you going to a consultant?
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny.
I worked with Andy, he lived over around, somewhere over there, okay, it was about what used to be District 9, you know, in the old days. He's a really good guy, and I had heard the name a long time, and I talked to Barry here a few weeks ago, or right around Christmas, I guess. He said something, I think I said, yeah, I know what it. So I think he's one, two. I honestly, I'd have to sit down and try to. Shit, you got one phone call.
You have a forum. Start. Yeah, that's 2:00 or 11. All right, we'll go ahead and start this meeting of the January 8th, 2025 SEMPO Technical Planning Committee meeting. We'll start with introductions. We will start on the left here and go around.
Marlon Ellis, KLG Engineering, SEMPO staff.
Rodney Bullinger, City of Jackson.
Jacob, City of Cape. Joe Stewart, City of Cape Airport.
Alex McRoy, SEMPO staff.
Ryan Shumplin, City of Cape Girardeau.
Drew Christian, SEMO RPC.
Mark Phillips, Cape Special.
Tom Caldwell, IDOT. Joe Killian, MoDOT.
And online, we have Anna Musial. Anna, am I pronouncing your last name correctly?
Yeah, I just say Musial. I'm Anna Musial with Federal Highways. I am replacing Betsy, so I am your new Federal Highway contact. So,
The Illinois division.
oh
Oh.
yeah, sorry, I'm forgetting where we're at. On the Illinois side, sorry, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. We also have Cicely Cochran.
Morning, everybody, and Happy New Year.
Good morning. And Carl C1.
Yeah, hello, this is Corbin Carlton. I'm the area engineer of the local 7 counties, including Cape Girardeau County for MoDOT. Thank you.
Welcome. Oh, and we have Jake Knudsen coming in.
Hi, everybody. I apologize. for being
Girardeau
late.
County.
Jay.
Kerry's sitting here too with the board, but he's out there. I think.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I'll make that motion, Rodney.
Second, Mark.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, passes. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the December 4th meeting?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Okay, I have no communications. Do we have any comments from the public today? See one from the public. So we'll move on to new and unfinished business. First up, we have the MoDOT and IDOT 2024 safety performance targets. This will be a motion to recommend approval.
All right, as folks will remember, a couple of months ago, we did pass our safety targets, that's the P for both MoDOT and IDOT. We combined with our comprehensive safety action plan where we incorporated a long-term vision of 0 for fatality and serious injuries. What we have before you today is our PM2, which is pavement and bridge, and our PM3, which is system performance targets for both MoDOT and IDOT. MoDOT's targets are based on a 5-year rolling average, and IDOT is required to provide 2- and 4-year targets based on data submitted during the National Bridge Inventory and the Highway Performance Monitoring System submittals. Those are included in this, I guess, 2-pager table. IDOTs are on the second and third page, MoDOTs are on the first page. Historically, we have chosen to support both state DOT's targets for PM1, PM2, and PM3. And that's what we have before you today. We do have a little bit of time if folks want to talk about these.
Yeah.
They're not due.
Can
until
somebody
March
go
30th.
over these? I'm noticing that the percentage of poor, the target goes up with each year, so I'm kind of wondering why we're lowering the bar, I guess. Here's,
Oh, Miss Daniel. Daniel White County. Joining us. Joe, I'm not sure if we have someone from MoDOT that can speak on the PM2 or PM3 targets.
I think generally the trend.
Hey, Alex,
Yes, Michael.
I don't see anybody on here either. I haven't looked at those yet. You say they're going up as a square footage?
He's looking at the PM2 target. What kind of stands out a little bit is the first one, percentage of NHS bridges in good condition. Or I guess those are going down. Well, good condition are going.
Yeah,
down,
there's
but-
two conditions listed, good and poor, so I'm assuming the goal is to get as many good conditions as possible, but the percent good is going down, and percent poor is going up.
Similar with percentage.
We should probably, inquire with Karen Miller. She's the one that kind of works heavily in that, see what she has to say.
I'll speculate a guess. My guess is that they're moving some of the good condition that doesn't get fixed into poor condition. That would be my speculation. Makes sense. If it's in poor condition and you don't get to it, there's a good, or in good
So
condition.
what's, Roger? That's what I'm trying to understand.
I can reach out to Karen after a meeting.
Yeah, I mean, I think we would still support this.
No, that's a good question.
Why the bar is getting lowered, if that's a funding issue or what.
I would guess.
Yeah, there's probably a simple answer for it. I don't know if I know off the top of my head. We can check with her. Basically, why are the good condition bridges going down?
Four is going up.
Yeah, right.
Look at the paper.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Ideally,
It takes
ideally, the target
Yeah,
would not be going
significant,
down, it would be going up, but I think our reality is.
So I think it may just need some context. Again, we're probably gonna support what the state's recommending anyway, but it would be nice for us as a NPO to understand the context.
You want to do it now and have context provided later, or do you want to table it?
I'm fine with that. Again, it's my own understanding.
Sure. Yeah, I can follow that.
Okay, do we have any more discussion on the performance targets? If not, I'll entertain a motion to recommend approval to the board.
I'll make that motion, Roger.
Rodney, second.
I like it.
Thank you, Carrie. All in favor?
I,
All opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the SS4A Comprehensive Safety Action Plan. This is a recommendation for approval.
Yeah, we've had our draft out there for a little bit. This committee released the draft for public comment back in November, on November 6th. All the comments that have been issued have been incorporated in the plan. We've had our project webpage available to the public since November for folks to review not only the draft plan, but also the safety countermeasures, as well as the GIS story map outlining the high entry network and specific projects that were recommended based on their study. I do think that we have some good projects that should be considered for grant applications. And I did provide through the SS4A program, they do have another component of the grant program that allows for capital construction, which they call implementation grants. In order to be eligible for capital construction grants, you have to have a plan like this approved, and you have to self-certify that it meets all of the federal highway requirements. I printed out the self-certification form for folks if they're interested in seeing. It's pretty simple. You just go off of, does your plan have leadership commitment and goal setting, plan structure? Essentially, this application or self-certification form was kind of the backbone in how we built our plan. We made sure that we had all these components that we could check off. So if folks are looking to develop an application and need any help with the self-certification, please just reach out to me. But the SS4A isn't the only grant program you can look at with some of these projects have been identified. Really, any project or grant program out there that's available that has safety components, you can always cite this document saying we've done a lot of community analysis of our roadways. These are safety issues that we've identified. Here's certain countermeasures that we've identified. So it'll really help you build your case for future grant applications. Other than that, before you guys, if there's no questions, we'd entertain a motion to recommend approval of the draft to the board at their meeting this month on the 15th. Yeah,
Have a motion?
So Drew.
Second,
Second, Rodney.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, next we have the SEMPO Region Trail Connection Study and its discussion.
Not a whole lot new. Last month was our more active month. We had a presentation from our consultants last month at our planning committee. Following that, we held 2 open houses, one on December 4th here at the Osage Center and another on December 11th at the Jackson Civic Center, 4 to 6, where we shared with the public the 3rd alignment option, as well as all the pros and cons of each alignment that we had identified. Solicited feedback. We had interactive boards for folks to put stickers on to say which alignment they preferred, and also offer any verbal discussion on alignment options and pros and cons of each one, of how the public saw it. So we're right now in the final stage. We outlined this project as a 5-task project. We're in the 5th phase of that, which is creating the draft report and the final report. That was scheduled to take place between December and February. So we're right in the middle of them developing the draft and the final report.
Any questions or comments on the trail study? Move on to the Metropolitan Transportation Plan discussion.
Okay, well, we do now have a contract with CVB. We finalized it earlier this week. And I'll be working with them on scheduling a kickoff meeting in the near future. We typically hold the kickoff meetings with this group, so I'll probably try to target one of our next TPC meetings to host them. More than likely, I have them come down here and introduce themselves and get started with that one.
It's good. All right, move on to member reports. City of Cave, Jason.
TPF 5, no real big changes. The North Spring project. Bob Mueller's supposed to have the final design for review this week. So that one's moving along. TTF 6, South Spring Street, Frontberger was awarded that contract. They plan to start their most prestige be late February. So they'll take off right as soon as the spring kind of breaks. Bertling is underway, design is underway in-house. We plan to have that out the door this year. Lexington is still moving along. The weather has slowed them down quite a bit here recently, but they are at the Cape Rock intersection. That will finish out the kind of eastern end of that project. Then they'll be able to jump towards the west, Sherwood or Carolina, and take care of the area around Perryville. BMD 6, no real changes. Bowen should have those final plans to us this week as well. Maintenance projects. Frontberger has the concrete street repair 24. Right now, they're working on Cape Rock, heading from Kings Highway up towards Perryville. Once that's complete, they'll take care of Perryville between Lexington and Sherwood. We are working on the very beginning stages of our 2025 concrete street repair and asphalt overlay projects. We're trying to figure out what streets we want to do this year and look at those designed and get that out the door early, late winter, early spring, so that they have this year to take care of those. Then TTF 7, with our council, I believe sent for the vote and grant projects. 74 Minnesota, the cost share, everything is pretty well done. We have a little bit of striping to do. There's a little bit of signage that needs to go up, and that will be opened up and closed out. I believe all the actual pavement is around the Cape Rock sidewalks. So this year we're doing the maintenance, doing concrete patching along Cape Rock, and then we'll follow it up with the sidewalk project, which is that project. BFW is still working on that design with this, that process moving forward. As is the Cape Lefroy Trail, south end of the trail by Shawnee Park. That's in design. It's moving forward. That's it. Just keep it short.
Okay, City of Jackson, Rodney?
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. We're here between storms, last one was ice, next one's gonna be snow. For this last weekend, we used 269 total tons of rock salt, 25 tons of cinders, and 1,800 gallons of salt brine. To keep our 130 miles of roadways clear. We'll be ready to go this weekend, of course. Could see up to 4 inches, I think they say. We are also preparing our 2025 concrete pavement and asphalt overlay program, the documents and maps. Hope to be up to date on that. We are, let's see, TAP grant, Jackson Middle School sidewalk crosswalk project. We've have signed agreement with Smith and Company engineers for a engineering services to design and construct, inspect that project. We're going to be taking that to the mayor and the board of Alderman for approval at the next meeting. Another TAP project, East Main Street sidewalk project. Plans are done. We're acquiring 2 small access and drainage easements and getting ready for MoDOT to authorize that to go out to bid. Monday night, we had the mayor and the board approve another license agreement with the city of Springfield. And we're beginning preparations to kick off the Safe Across Pedestrian Safety Program. We also need 2 small electric guy wire easements that are outside the MoDOT right of way at Deerwood Drive, Highway 61 roundabout project. Also working with Lockmuller, who's the engineer on that, for utility relocation coordination. Hoping to be out bid on that soon as well. I'm assisting Strickland Engineering with the MoDOT environmental review for the cost share project for continuous lighting on East Jackson Boulevard between Center Junction and more or less Aldi. And Kaler Engineering is still working on the Sunset Hills Bridge under a program. We submitted the LPA questionnaire to MoDOT on that recently. And our CDVG grant in the North Industrial Park is well underway and making good progresses. There are new streets up there. And I'm preparing those right-of-way deeds to dedicate those new streets. I think that's it.
Thank you. Rodney?
There were a couple of us that were wondering when you guys are gonna open your schools.
Our streets are clear though.
It's ready for my kids out of the house.
Yeah, Jackson or 2, just City of Jackson, we'd be fine.
I know, but it's the huge district.
Yeah.
We'll get on that.
Yeah,
Well, day 3 is challenging. Thank you, Rodney. Okay, Jay, do you have an update for the county?
You know what, I really don't, but a comment, kudos to all the stakeholders for the job they did clearing the roads and getting ahead of this. I suspect Mother Nature keeping that temperature right around 32 also helped in that. As that rain was coming down, I thought we were going to be in for a real mess. But great job to everybody and good luck with the incoming storms.
Thank you, Jay. Okay, Mark, you got an update?
Yes, we do have a bridge replacement project. We're having a bid opening on February 4th. That's on County Road 635, which kind of runs from Egypt Mills down to Cape Rock Drive. It's about a 5-mile section, and the bridge is kind of right in the middle, right at the intersection with County Road 637. If anybody's familiar with that area. And we have our asphalt overlay bid opening on February 11th. I think we've got about 8 or 9 miles of asphalt overlay for the year. Other than that, kind of routine maintenance such as Rodney's already mentioned, snow removal, ice duty, cleaning up trees. Gonna have a lot of that. That's all I have. Thank you.
Consent to carry with the SEMO 4.
We just awarded a project to pave the parking lot and driveway and redo sidewalks to meet ADA compliance. Thornburger was low bidder on that. We had 3 bidders. It came in pretty good shape budget wise, so we added 2 head alternates to it to extend that paving into the parking lot a little further. So, yeah.
Carrie, JoJo?
We're still finishing up some punch list items with the terminal and T hanger projects. They're done. We'll get some punch list items to get this finalized to finish up our FAA and MoDOT grants. Within a couple months, we should go out for bid for our taxiway Delta project. We're going to replace taxiway Delta. It's our next big thing on the agenda, and then this one storm, getting ready for preference for the next one.
Thanks, JoJo. Drew, SEMO 15.
Got tip amendment that we're working on as a project that we thought was in the tip, supposed to be. But Joe discovered that it is not, so we've got to get that added in. And then we've got training with Eco Interactive, the software people tomorrow, Alex and I do. We just did, Rodney mentioned BRO, bridge replacement program. There weren't any submissions from the MPO area, but we did have a call yesterday and selected the winners for that. There were 17 applications this year. There were a few that were duplicated, so I don't know, there were probably 10 or 12 entities that applied, and we were able to award 5 bridges. So we've got a couple in our area, so that was good.
You noticing a lot of the same applications? Just wondering about the bridge inventory out there. They're kind of all submitting the same stuff, just waiting for their turn.
You know, I don't remember. A lot of the bridges, like from outside of my area, they all just kind of blend together,
Yeah.
right? You know, they're bridges on county roads for the most part.
Random snapshots of the
And
bridge.
yeah, you know, they're all in bad shape, and so I've got the applications, I could go back and look. But I don't really have, you know, I don't know if you noticed.
I have not even been involved in it, so.
Good question, but I don't have the answer.
I'll check next time I get the spoiler.
Certainly those bridges that were in bad shape that were submitted the last time, nothing happened to them.
Yeah, they didn't.
Cause it's not gonna get better, so,
No question.
you know, they'll have to do something to kind of get those done.
Right, thank you, Drew. Good deal, we're super ready. That takes us to MoDOT. Let's start with MoDOT.
I'll just follow up real quick on that one. Joe, I sent you and Alex and Ryan, I forwarded you a document from Karen's monthly meetings. I think she speaks to that bridge issue a little bit, but I'm asking Joe to follow up with her a little bit more to get more of a solid answer. I think it's something to do. We know we made some damage, but they're with the tremendous number of bridges in the fair category. And I think we're anticipating them to dip into the poor, and we may not be able to keep pace with that being part of the reason. You know, and part of the poor reason on the NHS is we got a lot of, we're doing a lot of good work on some major river crossing bridges. We're getting a lot of credit there, but I think there's anticipated to be a slowdown on that also. So I think it's going to be something along those lines, but we'll follow up a little bit more.
Thanks, Mike.
And really what we got going on here, it's programming season, and it has just been nuts. We, you know, we're trying to put our schedules together for the contractors to look at and bid on, and they're looking farther out, and we have so much stuff stuck in May that we know we're not making the delivery. So we're delaying jobs right now and kind of smoothing out the step and getting ready to start the new one. And then after that, we'll be looking to start the unfunded needs process with you again. And this step I anticipate to be very heavily asset management. I don't know if we'll be able to align anything from the unfunded needs list. We're going to certainly try. We're going to look to do that as best we can, but it's certainly going to be very heavily asset management. You know, like a lot of our prior ones, and certainly after inflation happens. So that's about all I got right now.
When's 61 in Jackson reopening? That's the $1 million question. Any updates on that?
When does what?
61 in Jackson, when is that reopening? I think they were supposed to be reopened by the end of the year.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I'll shoot out an email and see what I can find out.
Thank you. Joe?
I don't really have anything Mike talked about, what I was gonna talk about. I was hoping that Corbin might have a little bit of an update on 61, but Corbin's also kind of attending a conference, so he's doing double duty, getting some CEUs or PDHs or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, I do carpool though with the guy that is the inspector on 61. I think he may have mentioned March to me for when they think it will reopen, but I could be mistaken.
I have some there.
Well, I hope so.
Well, maybe I'm thinking Gordonville. I'm sorry. I got a lot of jobs.
Okay. Well, thank you. All right, anyone else from ODOT? If not, we'll move on to Tom and IDOT.
No report.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. All right, FHWA. Who wants to start?
Cecily from the Missouri Division Office. I don't currently have any updates, but I'm sure I will in the next coming weeks.
Thank you.
Hello, I don't have any updates either. I really just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Anna again. I just started December 2nd, so I am still very, very new. I have a background from an MPO. I worked at East West Gateway in the St. Louis region. I was there for 16 years. I started by working on our tip there. So I was planning projects and trying to get all of the local sponsors to get their projects programmed and built. So I will understand all of your issues that you may have with that going forward. And then the last probably 10 years of my job at East West Gateway, I was working on safety. So I'm excited to look at your Safe Streets and Roads for All plan that you just approved right now. I had finished a plan right before I had left there. So our board of directors had approved ours in June of 2024. So we were right around the same pathway as you guys. So I'm excited to see what you guys do with your plan with that. So like I said, I'm still new at this. So obviously bring questions to me, and then if I can't answer them, then I will be still going to Betsy to get those answers for you. But I'm here and I'm excited, and eventually I'll make my way down to meet you guys all in person too. So thanks for having me, and I can't wait to meet you guys in person.
Thank you. Welcome aboard.
This is Corbin. I've got the update from my carpool guy. He said end of January if good weather.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Daniel, you have any updates? Communications?
Yeah, I don't have anything right now.
Okay. That concludes the member reports then. Move on to the staff report.
The only other item left on our work plan for the year is the Title VI program and Limited English plan update. And we have a task order with KLG Engineering to assist us with updating that plan. They helped us 2 years ago. Great. Very important. It's been a little while, but they helped us last time.
Okay. Or any other business communications? No, entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved. Rodney, second,
Second.
Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
You're adjourned. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Hey, guys.
That's what I was getting, I think, yeah, so that's what I had.
So your motion and I got MoDOT on
Okay.
that, so the motion will be base bid. $560,000, which is about $10,000. And we can add that in as additional payments. Whatever we want to do, so we've got some. We've got some.
It'll work out.
Yeah. Oh, and check on it.